Yo, 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 yo. It's Zackerman. And we're back with another YouTube series. Gonna do this in one foul swoop, so hopefully don't ramble too much and hit everything I want to. But first, want to recap the off season, what went on, and kind of where we're at today. I know last prep, I started this series like pretty late, so like 4 weeks out or something, but gonna start a little earlier this year like I did the first year I competed. So I'm 18 weeks out from my first show right now. But let's take a step back and recap the off season. So last year, I guess did 2 shows, got second in heavyweights, was kind of at the top of the class. Goal this year was to put on enough size to fill out my frame a little more and be in the super heavyweight class this year. And the rebound was pretty good. Definitely the best one I've had yet. I was really, really strict post-show, kept everything to like 1 cheat meal a week. And even on those cheat meals, like I did not go crazy pretty much until I was like 280. So I was like 220, 223 kind of in those shows. And we kind of took a break for 6-7 weeks and then jumped on. And the food was able to stay pretty high right off the jump. So it was like 5,000 calories right off the jump and pushed up to a pretty good 280. Still had like some decent abs. And then we did that for I don't know how long. Then took a break. And we did more of like I wouldn't say it was a mini cut, but kind of like a mini cut. We pulled the food down pretty good when we came off, and really to just resensitize my appetite. So it came down from like, I think I was 282. We came down to around 262 before getting back on, and then did a second push. And that time pushed the food up as high as like 7,000 calories. Definitely the most I've eaten in an off season. I think last year my food only got up to like last off season got up to like 5,600. So it's definitely higher. And for the most part, my appetite was pretty good for the most part. Once it got to that peak calories, I was definitely cheating like pretty much 3 to 5 times a week. Not gonna lie, a lot of Taco Bell. Really like 1 meal a day, kind of thing would be a cheat meal just to make sure I was getting enough calories, because the weight, we got all the way up to like 292. That was the heaviest, my all-time heaviest really. Last off season got up to 276. So really everything above 276 was new territory for me. And at that 292 definitely was like an off-season look. My abs were pretty much gone, but I wasn't like sloppy. Maybe a little, not as lean as I would want to be, but whatever. And so we kind of wanted to start prep a little earlier and kind of hit the ground running. It was slightly different than starts to other preps. So we kind of did a health phase leading in, really until about 18 weeks out where we're at now. But I did start cleaning up the food, and we started bringing down the food. And so over that time, food got down to where it's at now, which is right around like 5,000 calories. And weight has come down from 292, and I was like 274 right now. Dropped a good bit over the last week. And I wouldn't say that I'm like lean, but we're in a good spot, I guess, for this prep. And we're going to try to push hard early, because last year, weight wasn't coming in and look wasn't coming in as much as we would have liked. And so, we were kind of under the gun at the end of the prep. And we've just figured out that that's not the best look for me. Come in looking, flat and tired and that type of stuff. So I want to try to be ready a little early. Obviously, everybody does. That way we can kind of freshen up the look coming into the first show and then subsequent shows. What else could I touch on? Everything. So the goal was definitely to bring up the back. I would say the back came up, not as like crazy and as much as I wanted to. Honestly, the legs came up a lot more than I was expecting. And then I would just say maybe everything else came up proportionally to kind of how it was. And maybe got some more like density and stuff. So look more mature muscle relative to where I was last year, and thinking it's going to be a pretty good year. One thing that's different this year going in is like I'm at a new gym, Counterculture Gym. It's here in St. Pete, and it's really bodybuilding focused. So that's the first time I've had like a community like that during a prep, and really even in off season too. Met a lot of people, and they helped me kind of level up my training, and a lot of things. I definitely had that happen this year. And what else was I saying? And so I'm looking forward to that, also having that community going into this prep. There's a lot of people in prep now in the gym. There's going to be a lot prepping in the fall too. And so that's going to be really exciting. And I'm interested to see kind of like how I feel with, having a bunch of bodybuilders around. Before I was going to like commercial gyms and stuff. So I was kind of like doing my own thing. Nobody really knew what was going on during the prep, just like, why are you looking so crazy? Also pretty excited because I got two friends that are also doing the same show as me for this first one, and it's here locally. So prepping with them is going to be really fun, and really excited to do that. What else we got? That's pretty much it. I guess like we're on the supplement side, relatively similar to what I did last year for prep. Some things are a little bit lower. And then we're starting fat burners a little earlier this year to see if we can kind of get things going sooner. And yeah, so just excited. Only really goal I have this year is to like bring my best, and of course everybody says that, bring my best for sure, and hopefully win my class. That would be really cool. Anything else extra than that would be great, but that's really the one hard and fast goal that I'm looking at. And just to have fun too, I think it's easy to take what we do for granted and get too focused on things that really don't matter, when it's like we love this, so try and enjoy it. And especially doing it with a bunch of friends, like probably going to be some of my favorite memories that I'll look back on. And so trying to like keep that as a focus as well. And yeah, so probably try to put together videos, maybe not weekly this far out, but definitely when I get 10 kind of weeks out, I'll start doing them weekly, just recapping like how things are changing in the plan, how we're looking, how I'm feeling, what things I'm struggling with or having to overcome. As everybody knows, like I love doing these so I can look back on them and just see what I was going through at that time. Definitely feel like I'm in a different realm than I was last year. Like, the physique looks a lot different. I'm as strong as I've ever been. A lot of things to be looking forward to. And so yeah, that's that. Don't want to ramble too much. I have some training videos from this week, from really today actually, doing back day with Mark, who's also doing the show with me. Really good heavyweight, really good light heavyweight at the national level. He's gonna be a heavyweight at the show we're gonna do together. He's gonna have an awesome year. Also, my buddy Dan's doing the show. So excited to see him get up on stage. I know he really wants it. And then got a bunch of other friends. Spencer's doing his first show. Tim's gonna come in looking crazy and sweep nationals. So, you know, the boys are doing it and it's gonna be exciting. So a lot to look forward to, a lot of hype around. And yeah, we'll probably post some physique at the end of this too, if I can figure out how to edit that in. So I'll get at you guys in the next video.
We're making it work.
What, are you making some content now, dude?
I want to vlog. Me, Tim, and him are gonna all document the prep. Me, Tim, and him. He's done his before. Me and Tim haven't. Tim made his video yesterday.
Like YouTube style?
And pretty much a share between us.
Oh, okay.
Like not trying to like.
Yeah.
You go. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. One. Good. Seven, 8. Sorry. Your days are numbered? They're not even numbered. The number is 0.
It's rough.